All right, we are back. This is turn 14 of the Hypnotic Specter game series. I'm on Jotunheim, and we have a very brief set of messages today. A messenger has arrived from Vanheim. They have declared war on our unholy nation. So we did not get to pick our first war. We got war declared by Vanheim, and we now need to deal with that. And then the only other notification we got was that the gods of Jotunheim has woken up, and let's get into it. Here we are, Jotunheim on capital to the south, dominions spreading. Not as well as we would like. We had a pretty rough start. Um, this turn, I think we already talked about the Vanheim War. Let's take a quick peek up north. There's no forces showing right on the borders. I have no idea what's going on there, but I expect next turn we'll see some forces probably enter. I would guess probably either, well, Vanheim's here, so probably Pine Grove. We don't know if there's anything underneath there, but we should expect some attacks coming from Pine Grove. Machaka has expanded and put units here. I think he'll probably go down to Cathedral Rock with that. I don't think he wants to kick off a war this early with me. I also, just in scouting his territory, I'm a little bit concerned that he's not expanding as well as he should be. Um, Here's Machaka right here. So that means he potentially has, I would assume he has Iron Port. He now has Iron Port, Silver Wall, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces. That's not nearly enough. So I don't know what's going on in his situation. Maybe he also had a bad expansion. I don't know. Or maybe he's warring with Nazca, or maybe he has a war going with Jotunheim. And maybe that's why Jotunheim doesn't have any units on our borders yet. So maybe we'll see Silverwood get taken by Machaka. If that's the case, that'd be a good thing for us. So let them war, because we want this, and we want to work towards this. So both of those things are actually, both of these thrones are very much within our grasp. So, alright, our god is online. Let's take a peek at our pretender. Again, not really, probably suboptimal relative to what most people would play for Jotunheim, but this is what I did because I wanted to get the Regeneration Bless, and I wanted to get the Blood Bond Incarnate Bless. So we're going to see how that performs. I also took water. This nation, or this idol comes with water. I had to bump up the magics enough to get the Bless. And then I also had to get Death Magic. This came with Death Magic. Other features I like about this, there's not really a whole lot to say. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any sort of teleportation with this guy now, so that's, I would say, the biggest drawback is, like, I don't know how I'm going to make this a mobile unit. So I'll have to think about that. It spreads cold, but that's just in the province that it's in. And then it has this monster summoning, which I think is kind of fun. Every turn, it spawns like 2 to 3 of these. Let's see, where are they? These winter wolves. These winter wolves are nothing to sneeze at. We got frost breath, magic fangs, the spirit form, mindless. They're ethereal. They have chill. So they're just doing a lot of cool winter wolf things. Uh, Other than that, this turn, the biggest bets this turn. Now that our god's online, we're going to push to take Lucky Lake, and we're going to do that with, how many? Quite a few sacreds. That's probably overkill, but we're going to just make sure that we get it. So this is about 20 sacreds, plus Body Ethereal, Astral Mage. And then we're pushing into Lapintha. This is a more traditional militia archer and heavy infantry, and I don't think that we're going to have any issues here. We might lose a few units, but that's okay. We really want to start capping all of the provinces surrounding Mir, so that that kind of comes online with a full suite of resources from all the surrounding provinces. And then last but not least, I backed off of Linshire and Gaeta, um, since we weren't able to get to this province early enough. Like, this is the province that I would have liked to set up a fort on. Since we weren't able to get to that province early enough, we're kind of going to let that go. And instead, since Vanheim declared war on us, we've got our prophet up here, so we're going to, retreat with the prophet. I don't think that he can get anywhere else. We're gonna double back to the Royal Forest for now. We're gonna move up with this force, and this force does notably have 8 sacreds with it, and we're gonna try to take Dershid. And Dershid is 50 enemy units, mainly heavy cavalries and infantry. Gonna just clean up the the cavalry situation. I probably want to figure out where I can put a fort somewhere over here. And, yeah. So that's the triple expand. Infra and Mirror. Oh, yes. I didn't talk about that. Mirror, we got this commander down here to finish the Palisades. We got this guy here building a temple. We want to start spreading our dominion around here. We want to get these rivers frozen so we can move freely between this area. And one other notable thing is that the units that are moving east are going to be blessed with the Azure Amulet. Azure Amulet. At the start of battle, they will be given permanent water breathing. So all of these units that are with these commanders are going to be water breathing units. And we're going to be able to kind of build up a force of units that all have permanent water breathing as we take battles with those units. So that's one of the benefits of the Azure Amulet. And that will help too over here. So like Spires of Ascension, from Spires of Ascension you can see that there's this tiny little province right here that's only accessible from rivers and from Lake Doom. And then we'll potentially be able to take Lake Doom uncontested. So it's going to be a while before Machaka figures out how to do that. I've tried to coach the human player a little bit on some of the Dominion's enhanced changes, and I think one of the big changes from vanilla Dominions is that they added a lot of utility items and spells to get land units and land armies into the water sooner rather than later. You don't have to wait till like Construction 5 or Construction 7 to get some like big item that you craft, and then you have to take 700 supply armies into the sea. So anyways, I think that's it for this. We're going to resolve the turn and see how we fare. What I'm most notably looking out for is Vanheim armies to move into Three Pine or Silver Woods. If they move into Silver Woods, we'll have to retreat, but we'll see what they do, and we'll react based on that. I'm not too concerned about Machaka at this point, and Nazca remains pretty confined. So we will eventually want to go to war with Nazca because we'll want to take the Rusty Badlands. Nazca's right here. I mean, that's within their cap circle, so that's not going to go over very well. But that is a problem for 3 to 5 turns. So for now, we're going to focus on, again, securing our cap circle, securing the immediate provinces around us, finding potentially a third fortress where we can effectively either defend or start producing more units out of a fortress. So that's it for now. Bye-bye.